So, there's this manosphere joke that's going around, basically saying, I'll be masculine for the right woman. And it's in response to a phrase of modern women today when they say, I'll be feminine for the right man. And when I saw it for the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed really hard at it. I thought it was really funny, to be honest. But then I thought about it from an objective standpoint, and then a thought occurred to me. To be feminine is to be vulnerable, and to be masculine is to do everything you can to be invulnerable. So, let's just briefly examine how these male and female energies mesh with the world around us, and whether or not they can be compared in the way that this joke outlined in this video is seeking to compare the two. When you look at femininity, it is needed for the long-term survival as well as the mental health of a species. It is the driving force behind all the nurturing elements that we see in the world. Mothers and wives being kind, loving, and gentle, it makes a house feel like home. It also allows the privilege of relaxation and vulnerability to flourish. Qualities needed if you want to increase the quality of the life that you're trying to live. Because, it is good to be able to relax. And having that beautiful, warm, feminine energy in your home when you get home can be a great asset for the mental state of those affected by it. Now, when you look at masculinity, on the other hand, it is a little bit more urgent on the scale of what is immediately needed in an individual's life. It's easy to relax and be more feminine when your immediate survival needs are being met. But if those needs aren't being met, then being feminine can literally be a liability to your physical safety. Masculinity, on the other hand, is the thing that gives you the drive to freaking survive. It is the main force in this world driving men to do what must be done. Masculinity is the thing that makes you wake up at 5:10 in the morning, get your butt out of bed to get ready for work, even though you're tired as crap and it's freezing cold outside, so you can get to your job and handle your freaking business. It is a driving factor in the desire to give protection to and to fight for the things that you love. So, we can compare the two energies all we want, but one is far more needed in a rather immediate, urgent kind of way than the other one is. Think of masculinity as the strong, sturdy foundation, with femininity being the decoration. I said all that to say this. Like I said, the idea of a man being masculine for the right woman was funny when I first heard it, but that logic is severely flawed, and you cannot compare the two. If a man stops being masculine until he meets the right woman, his whole life is going to fall apart completely, and nobody is going to pity him or be there to save him when the world begins to run all over him. And it's even on top of that, I'm going to add the fact that when you do come across that beautiful, feminine, gentle woman that you want to be with, that you think is so perfect and right for you and enough to motivate you to be masculine, well, bro, you haven't been masculine this whole time. You don't have nothing to show for it. So you know what's going to happen? The dude who been on his masculine purpose that whole time, he's gonna basically be the one to step up and take that woman that you thought was such a beautiful, wonderful prize. Because the whole time you've been out here acting like a little female dog. I'm just saying. A woman stepping into masculine energy, however, is gonna be able to take care of herself, which a lot of women have kind of had to do for quite some time, since a lot of our men have been on that soft feminine energy that I described. I'm saying this to the men out here. As brothers, we cannot demand that our women be soft and gentle and feminine in our presence when we haven't given them a stable, firm foundation to be feminine in. A lot of masculine energy that you're sensing in a lot of our women today comes from them having their guard up to keep themselves safe. Because if they wait around for some man to save them from all their problems and troubles, it's a possibility that he might not ever show up. If they're used to being taken advantage of and being in unfortunate situations, hence the reason they gotta have their guard up, then it's gonna take a real masculine man to make her feel safe enough to be soft and feminine. So bro, in conclusion, it is very petty to make that comparison, because it is not the same thing. We want to be taken seriously as men, and yes, we want soft, gentle, feminine women, But you will not get that from any woman in the world. I don't care what her race is or what her background is, if you cannot establish an atmosphere of trust. Femininity is a luxury. Masculinity is a necessity. Yes, there are entitled, overly confrontational, overly masculine acting women who don't have to act that way. And to you, I say avoid those women. No one wants to fight the world and then come home to round 2 with their wife. I get it more than anyone because I value my peace as well. If you are a man on your purpose, stop arguing with those kind of overly masculine women. It's okay to be single until the Most High sends you that soft, gentle, kind, feminine wife that your heart desires. But if you on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all day complaining about black women not submitting to black men, and you ain't got no job, no business, no car, no apartment, or no house, then masculine acting women are the least of your worries, my guy.